I seriously believe that it doesn't matter if we were all white, if we were all black, if we were all Asian, if we were all Christian and Muslim, if we were all gay, straight, if we were all the same, if we were all just gray blobs like from Fairly Odd Parents, that one episode, we would still find a way to divide each other. Like, there is just so much hate, especially in comics right now. The world is just so divided, and like, it just doesn't matter what we do and what other people do. We just can't be happy, and we have to feel like we just have to just continually create division, more and more division. It's absolutely nuts. So today I want to talk about the Rippaverse, and how this was a great chance for a bunch of people, other comic book companies, to come together, and it's now just been a feud, a fight, and more division, and it's just really, really sad. But before we talk about this, I want to let you guys know that I've got a Kickstarter coming up, The Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 2. Guys, we had a very successful Volume 1 launch earlier this year. It's my best campaign ever, and I'm so excited to launch Volume 2. So hit that notify me on launch button. The book is 100% completed. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, I have a video about the Rippaverse. Go check it out. But Eric July, who's a YouTuber, he spent the last 3 years building up his YouTube channel, talking about comics, and then he later got into politics, and then but a lot of it he was talking about how disappointed he's been about Marvel and DC comics and their stories. And so last year he says, I think I'm gonna make my own comic book company. He puts in $200,000 of his own money to finance this company, launches this website to buy his very first comic, ISOM #1, and with a goal of 100,000. This isn't crowdfunding. I've learned now it's not crowdfunding. It's got the elements of crowdfunding, but the book is 100% completed. This is basically just sales. But look at that, $2.3 million. He's raised $2.3 million. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Eric July is a black creator, libertarian. Normally that wouldn't be very important, but for this video it is. Okay. So he's really successful, and he's been picked up by various news outlets, New York Times, Fox News. Anyways, there are other black owned comic book companies. I think another big one is Black Sands Entertainment. So right here, Black Sands Entertainment. This guy is on TikTok, on my TikTok all the time, talking about the business, and he makes purely like, I'm making black stories. My audience is for African American and African people. Like, he's literally said that. Like, I've seen videos where like a white person will go, yo, like, how come I'm not in any of you don't have any comics with white people? He goes, yeah, I don't. I'm making books for black people. He's very successful. He's very, very successful. In fact, he was even on Shark Tank. And he did a deal with Kevin Hart and Mark Cuban. So you would think that, this really successful African American comic book creator would definitely be awesome for him to just tip his hat and go, hey, Eric July, what you're doing over there with the Rippaverse, that's awesome, keep it going. Or, hey dude, you're making black comics, I'm making black comics, let's do something together. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it would be such a cool opportunity. This is a time for us to go, hey, like, you're doing big things, I'm doing big things, keep it up. Instead, we get this. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So obviously the friend of my enemy is my enemy. I really don't see how this is hard. And he's talking about Eric July, and he says, sorry, but if Fox News, Stormfront, 4chan, and others support a man, I absolutely cannot. Last time I checked, those platforms prefer the annihilation and banishment of my race. Now already this argument makes no sense, because if these platforms are supporting Eric July, but he's the same race, clearly they don't believe in the annihilation and banishment of your race. Those saying the Rippaverse is just like me, unapologetic, why do those same platforms have endless racist posts about my company and pure hatred, yet love of him? you know? And, you know, I don't know about that. You know, this is the internet. The internet's absolutely trash, but I just think this was such, you know, this, like, to post something like this, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. One, why do we have to be enemies? Like, this is comics. I've been saying this for years. This is comics. We write stories about superheroes. We write stories about things that could never happen. I write a book called The Girl with the Mega Fists. She's got big gauntlets called the Mega Fists. Why do we have to be enemies? So the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so obviously the friend of my enemy is my enemy. It's just so sad. It's so divisive. This was a chance for comic book people to come together, you know? And then he you know, this is Eric July on the left, and he, you know, Eric July's libertarian conservative. He posts a picture with Kyle Rittenhouse. He says, "I'll just rest my case here." This is Black Sands Entertainment. "Believe what you want. My crew is all black, and everyone I affiliate with is an ally to black causes. You guys really champion a dude that goes out of his way to champion Kyle publicly." Now, last time I checked, Kyle was acquitted. He was found innocent. And his worst crime, I guess, is he shot a pedophile. You know, but it's just like, why do we have to bring in all of this politics and whatnot? And he, in Black Sands Entertainment, he made it, he really made it like so that he would, like, he posted this on his Instagram so that everyone can see forever. I don't affiliate with the Rippaverse. I don't affiliate with Eric. And some of the racism that's in his comments, like calling Eric July and Uncle Tom, it's just so wrong. It's just so wrong. And it's one of those things where it's like, how can you claim to be holier than thou, but you're just as bad as what you say the other person does? I'm still just perplexed, by the way, by the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, the word enemy. It's just nuts. You have another black-owned comic book company, Godhood Comics, and you have their main guy, their head of the company, saying, "If I see anyone I'm following retweet or liking this clown's content, it will result in a block. We do not want to see his content. We are a company who want to tell black stories as they stand in reality. We are not interested in comic books." Like, that, come on. Like, that is just so racist. And, you know, you can just get away with it. You can just get away with it because, you know, they're my enemy. Like, this, like, he's making, like, Eric July is making a black comic book character. Look at that. It's just like, why? Why do we have to be enemies in comics? And really, what this comes down to for me is this. I've lived in a lot of places. I lived 2 years in Africa. And there was one point where there was a shop and there was a store, a little corner store on the street, and it's getting robbed. But when I say it's getting robbed, there's 30 to 50 people trashing the place, stealing stuff, putting it in their cars. You have the police officer just standing there, another officer helping these people rob this person, and to find out that the reason why that it was okay for them to rob this was this guy was Nigerian, not South African. So it doesn't matter the color of the skin. They were all black. They're not South African, they're Nigerians. And like I said at the very beginning of this video, we could be all gray blobs, like in the Fairly Odd Parents episode, and we would still find a way to be divisive with each other. And it's just so sad that instead of concentrating on our differences, we should be concentrating on our similarities, the things that bring us together. We should be able to go, politics shouldn't even come up in a comic book conversation. You and I should be able to go, yo, who do you think would win in a fight, Batman or Superman? And then we go into comic book lore. We start talking about the deep stuff. and I talk about how Batman would win. Instead, you go, hi, are you a comic book creator? Yeah, what are your pronouns? Who did you vote for? Are you a bigot? It's like, why? Why? Why can't we just have differences of opinions but come together on the things that we celebrate? It's really sad. And like I said earlier, I mean, it's just the language. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, so obviously the friend of my enemy is my enemy. So let me tell you guys something from my point of view. I don't care what your politics are. You Republican, Democrat, I don't care what you voted for. Okay? I don't care what your politics are. You know, try to just be a good person. Let's laugh. Let's have fun. You know, you don't get in my way, I won't get in your way. All right, I'll support you. Okay, you know, you have that Kelly Sue DeConnick quote. It's very famous, where she's like, "If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book." Well, if you don't like my politics, you should still buy my book because I love you, and you're freaking awesome. So, guys, thank you for letting me rant. The Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 2 Kickstarter sign-up page is linked in the description. Go check that out. We launch August 31st. I'm so excited for this book. It's literally like the best looking book I've ever made. And then once we're finished with that, we're going straight into Volume 3, working on Volume 3 pages. I'm pumped. So it's going to be sick. So thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hey, you have a great day. Peace.